Hey guys, how's it going? I hope all of you are doing great today. Check it out guys, today we are back on our little survival island, ready to do some surviving, that's right. And in today's episode, we are going back to our ocean monument. We're gonna tear the whole thing down, and then once that's done, we are gonna be building our guardian farm. So I hope you're excited, and I hope you're ready. If not, then I guess you know what to do. Grab your popcorn and grab your favorite designated beverage. And I guess let's get this episode started. Alright guys, it is time to get back to our drained monument. So, I think in the previous episode, we spent around 11 or 12 hours pretty much just removing all of the water around the monument. And that was enough for one episode, guys. That was enough. So today, we are going to be focusing on the cool little blue structure that we have here. And we're going to be tearing the whole thing down to make some room for our guardian farm. So, I hope you're excited. It wasn't really that hard, removing all of the prismarine. It really was just a repetitive task, but a very enjoyable one, I have to say. I think the main reason why it was actually so much fun was that we had a haste 2 beacon on top of the monument. This meant that we could break the prismarine instantly, which first off made it go much quicker, but I don't know about you guys, but there just is something extremely satisfying about instant mining blocks and just seeing how an entire structure can be dismantled so quickly. Relatively speaking, of course. I think the whole teardown took around 3.5 hours or something like that. But it's not that bad. Now, I don't think that removing the monument is the biggest challenge in this whole project. I think the challenge lies in how you can efficiently drain the inside of the monument. And also dodge and kill all of the guardians that are spawning inside. Because, yeah, the more water you remove, the more concentrated the guardian spawning becomes. I think there were actually some rooms which had 7 or 8 guardians in them, so you really had to be careful and dodge their attacks while you were draining the area. But anyways, we managed to pull it all off and we removed the whole thing quite easily, I think, in the end. Now, after we finished that, I decided to take the whole thing a little further, and I also decided to remove the bottom layers of gravel and stone so that we have a nice and flat surface to work with when we get on to building the guardian farm. And that took a while, guys, let me tell you that. We went through a whole bunch of diamond picks, but luckily we do have an end farm here, so we were able to craft them very quickly. And we were also able to get some few other goodies because we explored the end a few episodes back, so I don't think it was that much of a problem having enough diamond picks. Anyways, let me tear this whole thing down and remove the bottom layers of stone, and I guess I'll get back to you once we start working on the guardian farm. So, I'll see you in a bit. And there we go, guys. A nice and empty drained cube right out in the ocean. So the Guardian farm that we are going for here is created by 100% Awesome. He's the same guy who also made the tutorial on the iron farms that we have floating over our island. And I just want to say, guys, we will get back to those things, don't worry. In the meantime, they're steadily producing quite a bit of iron, but yeah, we'll get back to those later, hopefully. But anyways, the Guardian farm. It's by no means the most efficient design, but I've put some thought into it, guys, and we already have 2 double chests of prismarine and another 2 double chests of prismarine blocks from simply removing the ocean monument. Now I think that supply might just last us for the whole series, but then we'd be faced with the problem of what we'll do with the area here. So my thought was to have a smaller, less efficient farm here. And I say less efficient, the thing creates around 11,000 drops an hour, which I think is over 3 double chests full of loot every hour, so I think that's enough. But yeah, then we would use the space around the farm to somehow incorporate it into a really cool and good looking build and make it blend into the area. Because let's be honest, guys, a cube made out of sand in the middle of the ocean really isn't that impressive, especially if it's like right next to our island. This is also the point where I kind of want to turn to you guys for some inspiration on what we can do with the area. Right now, some thoughts I had was, first of all, to replace the sand walls with glass, which I think will definitely happen to make the area look better, but also to perhaps build a glass ceiling over the entire cube, 1 block below sea level, and then cover the whole area again with water, so that we have a sort of submerged cube. I think this will first of all hide the farm much better, since it is kind of an eyesore right now, I think at least. But most importantly, it gives us an opportunity to work on a really cool and epic build underwater. That's my thought. Some other thoughts I also had were to perhaps have a way of transporting the items from the farm directly to our island into our storage system. Say perhaps along ice tracks or something like that, since the whole thing is still in range of our island and the chunks will remain loaded. I'm not saying that the Guardians will be spawning while we work on our island or something like that, but I don't think we'll have issues of items disappearing while they pass in between chunks, since all of them will still be loaded. I don't know, I like this idea. That way we don't need another storage system at our farm and our items get more dispersed around the world. And we can also just, store them in a much more centralized area right underneath our island. This does mean, on the other hand, though, that we have to somehow expand our storage system that we have now, since I don't think there is enough space for all of the stone that we mined, let alone all of the items that we're gonna be collecting from our farm. So yeah, I guess that means more projects, which is great. I hope you're enjoying that. Anyways, I guess leave your feedback on what you would do with the build in the comments section, and also let me know if you want to see us work more on the Guardian farm in the next episodes, or if you want to take a small break, for example, from the build to work on something else around the area. However, that is going to be it from me, so I guess remember to smash the like button, guys, but it is time for you to sit back, relax, and enjoy the rest of the time lapse.